Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about the trade that Unusual Whales posted about a few weeks ago on December 16th, which was December OPEX, monthly options expiration. And I'm going to talk about a specific trade in a specific filter setup using Unusual Whales that I hope can help a lot of people out there. First of all, what happened? Advent International said that it's buying Maxar Technologies for $4 billion. Maxar gets no options activity, as Unusual Whales said. It's a very liquid options chain, meaning seeing what we're going to talk about in this video is very unusual by its nature. And I posted some other options activity that I found and how much they profited out of it. And I just said that I created a filter. We actually worked on this filter live on the Discord, on the Flow Trading Discord, and we thought about just sharing it with everyone so it can really help a lot of, again, retail traders and retail investors out there. This is the filter, and let me start with saying that I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a tax advisor. Nothing I said should be taken as financial advice. Everything I talk about is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You should always do your own research and always have your own risk tolerance and risk management as part of your trading and investing. Now, so MXR. This one was very interesting to me. First of all, is a bit of macro. MXR is in the satellite communication industry. It's actually a tech company, and it's kind of a sector that saw a lot of unusual flow. So again, this is just one more thing that's going to add to the whole idea of unusual flow and kind of following flow. But I'm going to talk about this filter. I'm going to try and make this video as quick as possible. I don't want it to be too long. So first of all, no bid, no bid. I only want to see ask. Okay, anything at the ask or closer to the ask, it often shows that buyers are wanting to just buy to open the contract. Again, it always can also be an options position to hedge a short position, right? Underlying short position, so the stock later can actually fall. But in this case, it looked completely different. Again, only want ask, we only want calls, not puts, because we want someone always knows type of trade, something that's going to boost the stock, someone that's going to pop it, right? And stocks and ADRs, we don't want any ETFs or indexes here. Premium above $100,000, size over 3,000, DTE 75, we don't want something a year from now, 2 years, we want something that's going to happen soon. Then here, this is one, again, you can play with the filters, obviously. This is just what we found to be the more useful to share with everyone. No floor trades, just these ones. And here, the most important, over the money. So the contract is going to be over the money and single leg. What does it mean? It means single leg strategy, not any multi-leg strategy with different legs, just one options position that was opened. Now let's go to the chart quick. This is the 6 months 1 day chart, daily chart. We can actually see here the pop. What happened if I draw a trend line here from the bottom to kind of the top? You can see that it was almost 130% move in a day. It's a pre-market move that jumped all the way from 22 to 52. So this is very unusual. Obviously, it happened pre-market. And again, if the stock jumped 120%, options on an illiquid options traded stock jumped 1,000 and even more, 1,200 and 1,500%. Now let's talk about it. This is again the filter that we just talked about, the filter that I posted. My @ is this is Orlando. I just posted it on Twitter for anyone who wants to see, and feel free to check it out and ask me questions if you have any. And again, if we go back, we can actually see that we see this name, MAXR, it was on November 13th, I believe. Here it is, November 23rd. Yeah. So on November 23rd, we actually see a pretty large size, $308,000. Someone opened close to the ask, right? 5 cents below. And they bought it for January monthly OPEX. They opened it on November 23rd, and they opened over the money contracts for January OPEX. So at the time, it was a bit over a month to expiration. Again, this is unusual. Now, November 23rd was here. Let's draw an arrow quick and say November 23rd. This is November 23rd, the red arrow. which by the way only means that the premium in the price of call options was cheaper because of the price section that we see here. But yeah, that's just some extra. So this is where they opened it, on November 23rd. Obviously, as you can see, a week, 2 weeks later, we had the pop. Now, I want you to see this one. If you look here, press on unusual wells on the contract, 1/20/2023. Press on this contract. And you wanted to follow it, right? Again, we talk about November 23rd. This is where we saw, this is where I found the most interesting, unusual options activity on this name. Look what happened a day later. The volume, first of all, is over 6,000 on OI 23,000. A day later, OI jumped, meaning this is going to be probably our whale. They opened the contract, they're still holding them. Open interest is the amount of open contracts that right now market participants are holding in the market. And if you really want to F around a little bit, because again, as the name of this filter, if we want to find what we need to find out, we got to F around. Now we want to go back a little bit and let's look at the beginning of November, 15,000 OI. If you go back, it went to 17,000 here, then 20,000, then 23,000, then 29, 30. So we have an accumulation through options chains, just like we look at charts and we read price section, same thing following the flow. We have an accumulation on this specific contract. And again, it's still over the money throughout this whole time. And this specific trade, again, was a big one. We saw the trade. If we followed the following day, we see the OI, open interest, went higher. And again, this is something we just follow a lot on our Discord and Flow Trading Discord, mainly because even if we're not going to trade this, because it's a YOLO trade, right? It's a risky play. A lot of the time we're going to follow these names to kind of follow market sentiment and get an idea of what the market wants to do. Because again, we also followed a lot of communication and software and satellite related companies. And then now kind of seeing this, and this specific trade, I didn't trade it, right? Just for the disclaimer. I just studied it back after what Unusual Wells posted because it was very interesting to me. And then I thought about sharing the filter with everyone again to try to help as many retail as we can. But yeah, this is very unusual. You just see a lot of accumulation on this specific contract. And again, OI jumped almost 6,000. So this is unusual. We know that these are our buyers and they hold it. If you follow the following days, the volume was very low, meaning they're still interested in holding them on November 25th, 28th, 29th, and so forth. And again, November 25th, this is the area we talk about. They still hold those contracts. And again, this filter is not going to show you a lot of things. So this is kind of how you F around and find out. You could follow this. You could obviously study more and more about this name, about the company, about its industry. It's always the best way to do it, right? And then you could actually find out more. Now, we can even just check some more. Again, VXX is a bit different because they can also be related to VIX futures. That's how they kind of hedge it a lot of time, those type of trades. But let's talk about CVNA, for example, Carvana. I saw a lot of different kind of unusual flow as well. And I'll show you quick, and we'll end this video. So where was it? Yeah, over here. And this is why I want you to see how unusual this is, okay? So I'm gonna touch about with 2 quick trades here. Carvana, December 6th. Carvana, first of all, it's a very, very shorted stock, okay? In my opinion, a horrible company, a very bad industry to be in, especially in the current economy. And again, they have a lot of issues, obviously, as everyone knows. They dropped a ton. It is squeezing from time to time because shorts cover positions, because of options activity, a lot of things, right? But it shows tiny pops just to later on keep on dropping. Now here, December 6th, CVNA, Carvana, someone bought $7 strike. This is at the money, by the way. And they bought it only 3 DTE. This is nothing. This is really low DTE. Can be also a hedge for a short, can be covering maybe, and it can also be someone that opened a call options position because they're going to cover and they said, okay, if the price is going to pop even higher because the options activity is even wilder in the past few years in the market, we just want to exercise this and cover it this way. again, long story short, December 6th, they opened this contract. December 6th is, where is December 6th? It's here, right? Now they opened this contract here. Now I want you to see what happened the day after. It dropped a ton, right? So again, probably shorted it, whatever. And then the option expired. This was December 6th, they bought it for December 9th. The options expired here on December 9th. So again, yeah, as you see, it did go up, but a day later, it just really dropped. So if you followed it a day later, whatever, and you said, okay, I want to follow it first, not just copy, paste trades, because it's never wise. December 6th, let's analyze it a little bit. What happened after December 6th? They did open a ton of them. From 900 OI, it jumped to 18,000 OI. As you can see, 17,889 contracts difference in OI. This is on December 7th. So December 7th is right at the bloody day here. Again, it could have been very risky, again, very risky, but an options play to the upside. Then I have another arrow here, November 7th. Probably, let's see, probably something from the Discord. Yeah, here you go. So another one, CVNA Carvana here, November 7th. Same idea for DTE, November 7th is here. As you can see, it popped here, right? OI really jumped from 300 to 6,000, and open interest popped a lot. And same thing, a few days later, really went to the upside. And again, this is just a very risky type of play. I would call it a YOLO play. I don't really do this often, but it's just, again, a great follow market sentiment and to read market cycles in the market, especially if you follow more than just flow, options flow, ATSs, dark pools, and if you read the depth of historic options flow and the options chains and the Greeks, it really adding a beautiful picture of the market overall. And this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss next video like this one. Like it if you did like the video, so I'll know if you want similar videos in the future. And that's it. This is the whale.